Hello and welcome to the Eye Candy channel. When it comes to storytelling with cinematography, you can use your drone to really help tell your story. The way to do this is by using your drone at two different times of the day. For example, you could use one at the beginning of the story, and if it's, for example, event videography like a wedding, you can use your drone to show the bride or the groom walking alone, showing that they're not yet married. They haven't yet found their loved one. And then when the bride and groom see each other, you can then have a drone shot of them together walking. And that way, what you're actually saying with your drone footage is, before this wedding, they weren't really together. They weren't really united. But then once they got married, now they're together. Now you can actually use one of these shots at the beginning of your wedding highlights reel and one of them at the end. And that way, what you're actually doing is maximizing the use of your drone to tell your story better. This can also be used in many different applications. Like, for example, let's say your movie was about somebody who didn't have many friends. So a drone footage of him walking alone could be, again, the same idea. And then later on, you can use a drone shot of him with like thousands of friends walking behind him, or 20 or 30 friends, whatever it is. And then you're actually telling the story better. Additionally, the time of day, drone footage can be used to establish the time of day as well. So if you use it very early in the morning, you can kind of see the lighting is different from the evening, at golden hour, about in the evening when the sun's setting. So you can use the drone as establishing the time of day, which is also part of storytelling. Another thing to keep in mind when taking drone footage is to try and get your subject at the perfect location to create the most dramatic effect possible. This was actually possible in one of my shots that I did with a groom, where there was like a huge hill in an area called Mitzpe Yericho. And what I did, I got him to stand right at the point where you could see both hills at both sides. So let's check it out. So as you can see, this gave me a very, very epic kind of look. Additionally, you don't want to forget about composition when using drones. For any filmmaker, composition is a must-know. Even though composition is usually only talked about in photography, really you can use composition within your drone footage, which means trying to get your image in a balanced kind of way, whereas both sides of the image are balanced. This is definitely worth learning about if you haven't yet studied it. This is going to help your footage look a lot more cinematic, whereas if you just fly your drone and just get some up in the air footage without composition, you might end up with a footage that's good, but it's not perfect. And what we're looking over here for is perfection. So if you enjoyed this video and it helped you in any way, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to never miss any of these filmmaking tips. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.